So, good morning again, and welcome to this communication meeting for the fourth call thematic project. This meeting, we organized this meeting because as your project was approved and started, we wanted to give you all the information and tools to start with your project communication as well. So today we will see the communication obligations, the branding part, how to use the website and the Basecamp, a short notice on the communication strategy, and some tips and recommendation about content. And in the end, we'll see the next steps and the different deadline. You can ask questions whenever you want using the questions and answer tool of Teams. And at the end of each session, we will provide the answer. Anyway, we will be always available for answers by email and on Basecamp as well. So we will try to support you as best as we can to help in your project communication. The next slide you can see here, you can see the communication unit of the Joint Secretariat. I'm Olga Mazzolini. I'm responsible of the communication unit, and I'm here with my colleagues, Céline, Thibault, Florian, and Farah aussi, who is our Ivy. I'll let the floor to them just to short present. You can say a few words.
Yeah. So hello, Thibault. I'm a communication officer at the Joint Secretariat, and it is nice to meet you and to get to know you through this meeting today.
Hello, I'm Céline. Not sure if you can see me. Communication officer too, and yeah, I'm here to advise you, to inform you, and follow up on your communication project.
Hello everyone, I am Farah, the Ivy volunteer for the Interreg Euromed program. Nice to meet you all and welcome to the Interreg Euromed family.
Good morning everybody, I'm Florian Jacquet and I'm the IT manager to help you with all our tools.
So thank you all, and feel free to contact our team if you need any help and any support. Let's go to the rules and obligation of the program. And at first, you should have actually a communication officer for each program, someone who is in charge of the communication, and you have to put on your website, on your partner website. So each partner has to have a short description of the project, including aims, results, budget, and logo on the partner website. And at the partner premises, a project poster, at least in A3 size. It means 42 centimeters for 29. Okay. And you can show this poster, you can display it in digital version as well, it's possible, but it's an obligation that concerns each partner. And we will see later because we provide a template for this. Then the project logo is provided by the program. You should already receive it on Basecamp, and you have to put it on all communication materials. This is very important because without the project logo, the expenditure may be not eligible. So it's very important that on all communication materials, the project logo is displayed. And when you display you put the project logo in a communication material, in a document, brochure, in a event agenda, and there are other logo on the same document. The other logo should not exceed the higher of the union emblem, the union flag that is in the project logo. We will see better in the second stage with some pictures, so you will better understand. Then in terms of obligation, the JS asks you for a communication strategy, a project video presentation, a project media kit. In general, each time you want to produce goodies, gadget and object with promotional items, this has to be validated by us, by the Joint Secretariat, to be an eligible expense. This will be done through a form, an online form that we will see later. And if your project has some investment in infrastructure or equipment, it has also to display billboards and plaque. We provide templates also for this, so it should be easier for you to prepare this material. These slides, this presentation will be available. We will send an email, a follow-up email after this meeting, and you will find it as well on the program website. So you will access to these slides with all the links on it. And here you can see a recap of the materials that we provide for you. We provide the project logo in different versions. We uploaded already on Basecamp, and you have to use this logo. You don't have to modify, and it's the official project logo. You will have also a poster template. The poster template are for mission, so you know your project belongs to one of the 4th mission of the program, and you can download the PowerPoint template belonging to your mission to have to create your poster. We will see in details later, and the same for the billboard. We prepared template in a PowerPoint format, so you can find it on the website. About the media kit, there is a media kit page already prepared on the content management system of the project website. So if you go, if you access the WordPress website we provide, there is in the pages section a page media kit that you can modify as it just a template. But if you want to modify it, you can stick on this version, and you have just to replace the text, the logos, the pictures, and all the information. It's quite simple. And then a project website, of course, we sent to the lead partner the credential, the login to access the content management system, and later my colleague Celine will explain in details how to manage this the website. And then Basecamp tool. Basecamp is a collaborative tool that the program used to share information and to keep in touch with the projects. And you can use it, of course, at project level to share information and to share documents with your colleagues. And we add the lead partner to each project group and to each mission group. And to add new contact, you will see there is a procedure that we will see later. Then you will find on the website also a template for template guidelines for the communication strategy, and also for the video storytelling, for the project video presentation. So we tried to provide all the templates and information to guide you in the production of all the materials that we asked for. Let's see better the branding part. That is okay. First of all, the program name. It's very important to, when you have to write the Interreg Euromed program, to write it as you can see, with med in capital and Euromed just with the E in capital letter. So you can see also some example of the incorrect use. This is a mistake that we see very often. So please, it's tricky, but to try to spell it and to write it correctly, Interreg Euromed. And then the project logo. The logo is composed by all these elements. There is the program logo, so Interreg Euromed, the European flag, co-funded by the European Union, the name of the project, and the mission icon. All these elements compose the project logo. So when we talk about project logo, you have to consider this full version. You don't have the right to cut it, to split in different parts. No, the project logo is composed by all these elements, and you have to use all it together. You have two different versions, as you can see, a standard one and an horizontal one. Personally, I think that the horizontal one, it can be easier to use, because in the document or in the header of the document can be occupy less space than the other, but it depends from the communication support. You are free to use both versions depending on the document you have to develop. And you have, of course, to use the project logo on all communication materials and all project materials in general. So if you have printed publications, audiovisual, digital or electronic materials on the website, on the events materials, as for instance, PowerPoint presentation, the agenda, and promotional goodies, of course. If it's not possible, for instance, in scientific or press articles to put the project logo, you have to explicitly mention the contribution from the program and the co-financing from the European Union. If really it's not possible to put the logo, you can write to us, and then we will find together the best way to answer to this obligation. About how to use the project logo, in this slide you can see that there is the yellow space. There are margins to be respected. There is also a brand book on the website, and it's linked together with the logo. There was a link to the brand book that contains all the information, the technical information to the correct use of a guideline that you have to share with, for instance, a graphic designer when you have to product some materials. But because it's quite technical, but it's not too difficult to understand. Here we are trying to propose you all the different information that are inside of it in a simple way. So there are margins to be respected within the project logo, and if there is another logo, as previously say, the other logo do not have to be higher than the U flag of the project logo. I think this picture is quite simple to understand. And you can find also the reference to the brand book in this slide. And here are some examples of incorrect uses. You don't have to modify the logo. You don't have to change the colors. You don't have to distort it. You don't have to put out lines. Just do not modify it, and everything will be okay. And here you can see some example of incorrect use. We created a testnet project. You can see because we prepared these examples based of our experience, so something that we found it in the project materials, and it's not possible to share the logo with the program logo in one side and the name of the project in another side. do not divide it. And another important thing is to not use the project, the mission one, the mission logo. As you know, we have governance project that animate the mission. And this governance project use the mission logo. The mission logo is the logo with the name of the mission. So as you can see in this slide, you can see in the top of the slide, the sustainable tourism mission logo. This is the logo of the mission and has the name of the mission in with the color of the mission on it. The project logo has the name of the project and the name is written in blue. So this is the difference between these two logos. And you as project, you have to use the project logo, not the mission one. Here you can see the colors of the mission, of the different missions. You can use it also to develop a project visual identity if you want. And here are the official font of the program, Montserrat et Open Sans. Okay, about the poster template. As previously said, each partner, so this is an obligation that concern each partner, must place a poster or electronic equivalent in your office or in the organizational premises. The poster has to be visible to the public, minimum size A3, and the official font has to be used, and of course has to have the project logo and the icon and color of the mission. You can find on the website the poster template. This is how it looks like. And there are some information. If there is a PowerPoint template on the website, you downloaded the PowerPoint, so you can modify directly on it. It's an open format, and you have to change the logo, putting the project logo instead of the mission one. You can customize the picture. Of course, we encourage to use a picture depicting your project. If you want to use the generic picture that we already put on it, you can, but it's better if you have your own picture to describe your project. You have to put the project name, a short description, some key figures as the EU funding, the Interreg funds, and the total budget, and update the social, the URL of the website and the icon of the social media that you plan to develop, if you plan to develop social media. If not, you can just delete the icons. And then you can export in PDF and print it. So these are the information we available on this template. About social media, there are no obligations concerning social media. So if you don't want to open a social media account, you are free to not having it. If you want, we have some new obligation concerning the logo, the branding of social media. Namely, if the social media platform has a space for a cover picture, you can put the logo, the full logo in the cover picture, and just the Interreg Euromed and project name, as you can see in the example number 2. If, as for Instagram, the social media platform doesn't allow to have a cover picture, you have to use the full logo as a profile picture. We know that it's not really visible and it's not clear, but it's something that is not up to us. It's the EU rules, and so we are just sharing with you how to proceed. Here are some examples of our project. So you can see, you can also look in the different social media if you find some other examples to inspire you, if you have some doubts, or just ask us if you need some more guidelines on this. About the billboard template, I leave the floor to my colleague Thibault to explain this part.
About the billboards, if your project involves the construction of an infrastructure or work done on an infrastructure, or also the purchase of equipment, you have to display a billboard or a plaque really close to the location where it takes place. So it is more or less the same that Olga explained for projects. It's like we have a template designed for these billboards and plaques, and which also describes precisely the elements that have to be displayed, which are the name of the operation. By operation, we mean the name of or the main objective of the infrastructure or equipment. Also the description of the operation, the projects, and the equipment, and also some elements regarding the budget, EU funding, and also the project duration. So please go on the website, and also in this presentation, the link is active to download the guidelines and templates. And so, where do you have to implement those billboards and plaques? First of all, these durable materials must be affixed to all projects whose total funding exceeds 100,000 euros, which means every project, all of your projects, because the limit of 100,000 euros, it's not the cost of the infrastructure, it is the global amount of the project. So you are all concerned by this requirement. Where does it have to be implemented? On a visible location, so public can acknowledge the support of the EU. As soon as the implementation of the infrastructure or the purchase of equipment starts, and the information that have to be displayed, well, you will find it in the template. So I give back the floor to Olga for the following of the presentation.
Thank you. Just to underline again that the billboards concern just if you have infrastructure. Yes, for equipment, if you have a small equipment, you just put stickers with the project logo. And if you have any doubt, we can see case by case together. And if you had some of these cases. About promotional items, in general, the program is committed to the green transition, so we do not encourage the production of plastic or not sustainable items. And this is the reason why we want to approve the production of these materials. At the same time, we know that they can be useful for the project communication to reach some target audience, they can be some gift during events, they can be, there is also an utility of for the goodies production, but please try to produce it at least less that you can, and with sustainable materials. So we will approve this goodies production if they are eco-friendly, and if you and we esteem that they are necessary for your project communication. And of course, put the logo on them, and in order to be validated, there is a link on the website, on the program website, under Express Approval. Yes, thank you. Here you can find the link. So there is, you have to be logged to the program website. Then you can see the page, you can see the link, you can enter, you always can see the link, but to see the page with the form, you have to be logged into the program website. And in the different express approval that you can ask to the JS, there is this promotional items ones. and you can choose between general branding and goodies. Why we put also general branding? Because in general we prefer to validate all the communication materials. You can send for generic communication materials. You can also send us an email, but as it's very important that the logo is correct on the project materials, each time you have to create a template, a document. You can send us an email and we will reply you very quickly. So we won't block your work, but we will try to validate each material so we are sure that they are correct. And here you can choose between general branding and goodies, and when you fill this form, you can also upload some pictures. Of course, we need a mock-up picture to check if the branding is correct. And then when we receive your demand, we will answer in the 48 hours following. So you will have a quickly validation or not. All the communication guidelines are on the program website. There is a page, document and tools. In this page, there are 3 sections. The section that mainly concern our project is the project implementation one. And you can see there is under this page there is a project implementation, project communication, and thematic project branding. Here you can find all the guidelines concerning the branding. And let's go on. Here you can see thematic project branding. You have the project brand book. You can download the mission icons. You can download the poster template that are divided by mission, and then you have also the billboards and plug template section. Here it's just a recap where to find communication guidelines. We put also the reference to the program manual. I mean that I guess that you know very well our program manual. There is a section dedicated to project branding as well in the program manual, and also some part dedicated to the graphic identity and the website and yes, in the program manual and in the website. So you can find here all the links to check later in all the guidelines. Okay, then this all for the branding and branding part. I don't see any question, so I hope that everything was clear.
Olga, if I may,
Yes, sure.
I think the chat is deactivated. I think so. So on my side, just a question, it's about I do understand that the thematic projects are not labeled by UFM because I do not see the logo there. Thank you. Thank you for the meeting.
Okay. Yes, the chat is deactivated, but there is a question and Q&A section where you can.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I just see it. Thank you.
Okay. And I don't know if I understand your question on the UFM labelization. This was.
I think you mentioned that the UFM label.
It is not appearing here for the thematics. That's my
No, because
question.
this is only for governance
For
projects.
governance projects. Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So if there are, there's a question maybe?
Yes, it's about Tanya that just I see a question test. And then, okay, how I have a question of Ivana. How can we access Basecamp? Can we do it already? We will see it now. Right now, that Celine will present the website and Basecamp. But yes, you.
I will explain you now.
Okay. For promotional, I have just another question of Flora. For promotional items, we need to ask for your authorization after requesting a quotation or before. In the form, we ask also about the quotation, so about the price. But it's not the first criteria for our validation. The main criteria is like the materials and the goal for this. So you can ask our validation also if you don't have a quotation yet. Okay, I do not see any other questions, so I would say that you can proceed, Celine, please.
Okay, in any case, if you got more questions to ask to come, you can write it on the Q&A section in Teams directly. And there is another question, so
In case of billboard for the investment, we will shortly install the sensor for monitoring outdoor conditions, but the construction of outdoor spaces will start in 1 year from now. Do we have to install the billboard immediately when we install the sensor, or can we do it when we start the construction?
Well, you can you can get in touch with us shortly, so we can discuss about this specific issue more in detail. At least what we can say with information you gave us is like is that for the sensors you can use the stickers which are composed by of the project logo. And as for the installation of a billboard or a plaque, please get back to us with more detail, and we will provide you more precise guidance.
Because the regulations say as soon as the physical implementation of the infrastructure or the purchase of equipment starts. So maybe we can check in details the possibility.
okay. So now I'm gonna talk about the website we are providing you and also the Basecamp account for the project. So first, your website. So your website is managed by WordPress, which is a content management system. WordPress is the most popular CMS platform, and we chose it because this is user-friendly. You already received your website URL and login and password to access to the back end to WordPress. We sent this email to the lead partner and the communication officer last week. So if you didn't receive this email, please contact us directly, and we will send it again. So who can manage the website? So basically, this is the lead partner and the communication officer of each project. Of course, you can decide internally if you want to add more people. If you need other access to WordPress, to the backend of your website, you have to create first your own account. So this is a personal account on the program website. And then the lead partner or the communication officer sends us an email to ask for extra access, and we will grant the access as administrator to modify the pages, the content of the website. What your website looks like. So we prepared for you for all the project the same template, the same website. Of course, customized with your project logo, colors, etc. of the mission you belong to. But the sitemap needs to be the same for all the projects. When I say all the project, it's not only the project just approved in this call, but this is the same also for all the thematic projects financed by the program, so the previous one as well. So there are already 56 projects ongoing, and they all got this menu. So the menu items are what we do. So that details all the current activities and who does what. You got the our stories. So mainly, usually you can say who we are. So the partner's description, when and where the project will be implemented. The event section presenting the project events. So you can also put the, I don't know if you're already doing, let's say this month or next month, an event on your project, something, and that the website is not launched, it's not online yet. It's okay to leave it because it's part of the life of your project. And the same is for the news category, for the news menu item. So just post some news on the project, thematic news, so the context, the area your project is evolving in. And that would be really nice. There is one last menu item. So this is the what we achieve. And you can choose to hide it. This is the only, let's say, exception for your menu, for your page to be hidden if necessary. Because on this page, you will put the deliverables, the results you will produce in the lifetime of your project. So you can publish it on a second time. Just remember that this menu order, so what we do, what we achieve, our story, events, and news must not be modified. Regarding content recommendation, just remember that your website is the first and main window of your project, so you have to take good care of it. So be clear and inviting on your content. Visitors are looking for information, they are looking for clear information, and especially be careful with the wording of your deliverable slides. Just avoid some acronym or technical jargon. Work package number 3, 1.6.a thing, just like in GEMS. GEMS is a thing, it's for the follow-up, the implementation and the follow-up of your project, like say between the program and the project. But your website is for let's say normal people. Let's say they have to understand easily what you're talking about, and the user must understand the content. Let's say must have an idea of the deliverable you are publishing before opening it, because if he doesn't understand if it might be interesting or not for him, you won't open it. So, and that's pity. Before launching online your website, so now all the websites are offline, okay? And the Joint Secretariat will put it online after a few verifications. So basically, we prepared a checklist for you to comply with all these requirements. So you will find some requirements for the homepage. So the first, let's say, preview view of the user of the website, and then some content requirements. So the pages that are filled in, events, posts, and some general also recommendation for writing for the web and media content. So this is a sneak peek of the checklist. So for the homepage, we will check if the navigation menu has not been modified, no change of name, no additional items, if all the pages of are displayed on the menu, if the menu items not filled are hidden, so it is the what we achieve page, or some other section that this is not okay for you. You must fill a presentation of your project, like an introduction on the home page as well. regarding the news, there should be, this is optional, but this is always better, 3 news. And as I was saying before, you can publish past news or past events, okay, that reflect the entire life of your project. And the key figures, those are, let's say, maybe mentioning the indirect funds, the co-financing you received, the number of partners, the number of countries involved, the project duration. This is kind of free, but you have to display something. So after all the elements of this checklist are filled, so this checklist, you can find it on our website. So to get your website online, so you have to fulfill the minimum requirements of the checklist. You got the link, you will find it on the preparation after. Once you think your website is ready, you can write to us, and we will check all your content work. We might have some correction, revision to ask you, so the time to exchange on that, to revise, etc. And after that, we will turn your website online. The deadline to submit your website is end of June, 30th of June. So you got time, you got 2 months, but please don't start filling the content on your website on mid-June, because it takes some time to think, to organize, to get information, to draft it in a proper way for internet, let's say, web uses. So this is very important to take the time and all of it. Where you can find help, so still on our website in the IT tools section, in documents and tools section, you got a user manual that we drafted with some screenshots for all the different categories, the pages, or the back end of WordPress. We also film ourselves, register ourselves to make you some tutorials, and this is very short. This is like 2 or 3 minutes. This is on YouTube, and we show you how to use directly WordPress with the content of your website, and the checklist to fulfill all the requirements. So that was for the websites. Now Basecamp. So what is Basecamp? So basically, as Joint Secretariat, we decided to provide all the partners of all our projects with a single online collaborative tool to avoid the dispersion of project data across multiple platforms. So we choose Basecamp for its functionalities because it offers file sharing, storage. This is easy to use. It has a calendar, so you can really work on it. All the partner can access and use it really easily. So all project partners can access to Basecamp upon registration. So how to request an account? So you have first to be logged in to the program website. If you don't have an access yet, you have to create your account, okay? You have to fill in the dedicated form to ask the project. So you will have all the link here on the page. So the request will be sent to the Joint Secretariat. We will ask the lead partner or the partner to check the contact. So if the person requesting access is really involved in the project, but usually it's okay, it's not spam. And once validated, the JS will add the contact to the Basecamp project account and the Basecamp mission account. So basically on Basecamp, you got the project account, so only lead partner and partners of the project. And also you will be added to the mission group. So sustainable tourism, innovative economy, green living areas, natural heritage, your project is belonging to have more information and exchange with all the other thematic projects and your governance project contacts. We also have for communication officers of each project a group on Basecamp. So this is important because you can get some information, you can exchange most of it ideas with other projects belonging to Euromed, and that's interesting because we try to create a network, a community of communication officers among our project, because we want to stress out that with no communication, projects are hardly known at let's say externally. So if you don't communicate, you don't have visibility, and that's really a pity. So there is this group and also the network. We are organizing some meetings, etc. So for your Basecamp account, if you want to add new contact to Basecamp, so I was saying there is the link to request. You have to be logged in, and to add a new user on the communication officer group, the one I just showed, you must fill in this form again. Okay. Just basic rules on Basecamp, just not to spam everybody. So when this is kind of, let's say, Facebook or something like that, you got a feed, you got like a wall on Facebook. And when we publish, let's say, a post, and you want to write a comment, there is an email notification that will reach everyone who subscribes to the discussion. So let's say that you have to think when you are publishing, when you are commenting one post, that the notification will be sent to everybody belonging to this group. So if it's a general comment for necessary for everybody, it's okay. If it's a specific case to your project, you can whether send us an email or send a private message also on Basecamp. This is called ping. Okay, this is here, and you just look for us, for the communication officer, for the JS you want to reach, so that not everybody is notified. Okay, you will see it, you will discover it. If you need help on Basecamp, still go on our website in the documents and tools section, and you got the Basecamp user manual and some tutorials also for the file management of your project. Okay, do we have question and answers? Okay, so we got a question. Should the website be prepared in multiple languages or only English? We provide, if it's must, we provide it only in English. The only obligation is English. Now, if you, for multiple languages, I'm not sure, because French is okay, but let's say
you have to develop it in English. If you want to add another language, there is the technical possibility, but it's not an obligation or something. We know that we can, yes, we can add French because it's the other official language of the program, and maybe there is the technical possibility to add another language, maybe not. I see, Florian, that it's not.
yeah, I think that's why I wasn't. So for no more question, I think we can move on. Okay.
Okay, so communication strategy. Where to find the guidelines? At first, in the program manual, now on the program website, under the project implementation section, there is the communication strategy guidelines. That is more or less what we are going to see right now. We ask each project to provide a communication strategy because it's important to implement a good communication, to have clear the objectives, the target, and the channels of the project. We just ask for a simple document, and that you can, if you want, you can then decline in a annual plan, in a detailed annual plan with all the detailed activities. But to respond to our obligation, we just ask for a simple document where we can see if the project has clear communication objectives, know its targets, and depending on the objectives, decided define the channels to implement and have a clear idea of the direction of the communication. So this is the main reason for why we ask for a communication strategy. And so the objective. The objectives of the communication must support the objectives of the project. You may also take the objective that you entered in the application form, as you should have entered a communication objective for each work package. So you should already have an idea of the project communication objective. And you can have generic objective and then the smart ones. So specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. Is the one. So, no. And once defined the objective, you have to reach your target. So you have to understand, you have to know your target. You can have different target because you can have a technical one, you can have an institutional, you can have to reach local public authority, or also generic public, generical public. So you have to adapt your communication depending on your target. And you have to adapt your messages. What information do they need? What do they need to know? How to tell them what we want? How many times do we have to repeat the message until they change their behavior? How many messages do we have to build? These are some questions that can help you in drafting your communication strategy. Always remember who you are talking to, and not share all the information to all the target. Adapt your messages depending on the target. And also the choice of channels depend on your objective. Because as I was saying before, there is no obligation, for instance, for social media. Why a project? Because social media are time consuming. They need to be updated regularly. But at the same time can help to reach a huge audience, depending on the platform, of course. But this is just an example to encourage you to think before on your target and your objective before opening a social media platform, and then yes, selecting your channels based on your objective and your target. And then the project communication key activities that you want to implement in a more operational way to reach the objective on the different channels that you choose. At the end, to have an idea of the activity on the project lifetime, it's useful to have a timeline. So at the start of the project, the website implementation, the communication materials implementation, then if you plan a kickoff meeting and a capitalization event, I don't know, to have an idea of all the main activity that you want to plan in terms of communication during the project lifetime. This is an useful way to have an overview of it. And at the end, financial human resource. This as well, it's to have an idea of the resources dedicated to communication. Of course, you can't allocate the resources for the website and the logo because they're provided by the program, but for the event, for other communication materials, etc. And okay, in terms of evaluation, you can evaluate your communication strategy and your communication activities. And once a year, we provide, we ask you some data for an online form that my colleague Thibaut will present very soon. And it's just a way to evaluate the communication of the project to see if you organized the event and also to evaluate the impact of the program communication as well. Before passing the floor, giving the floor to Thibaut, I would like just to say that this slide that we've seen, you can consider that a template of the communication strategy. You can keep this slide with the title and put the objectives, and you can put the 3-4 objectives of your project target. You can put a short description for each target and key activities, just because you can write the communication strategy as you want. You can use a Word file, PowerPoint, maybe not an Excel because it's not detailed enough, but you can use PowerPoint. And if you esteem that this can be a good template, you can use it. Just downloading the PowerPoint, put the project logo, not the program one, of course, and so you can adapt this template for your content, but customized with your project branding, please. And okay, that was the end of the communication strategy. Let's see the communication reporting with Thibaut.
As for the communication reporting, it is really relevant on 2 aspects. First, for us at Joint Secretariat to monitor and see what actions did you implement, and also for you. And I will say first of all for you, because you will take the time to report and watch the impact of your communication, the impact of your events, the impact of your activity on social media. And it is important to follow up your strategy and see what was more successful and what has to be replicated for the following of the project. So for reporting purposes, we at Joint Secretariat, we will request data on events and social media mainly. And so guidelines to help you will be available with forms that will be sent to you at the end of the year. To give you a first glance of what will be asked. As for events, we will ask you to fill the number of events organized by the project. Of course, different types of events are concerned. They can be either communication events, capitalization events, even if it will be more at the end of your project, capacity building events, citizen awareness raising events, etc. We will also ask you to fill the number of total participants of each of your events and the level of satisfaction On the website, you will find a form. You will find two pre-filled form. One is for registration for your events, and the other one is satisfaction survey. So you can use those forms and send it to the participants of your events to have this kind of information. About social media, it will of course depend on the platforms you will use. But for each platform, we will basically ask you for your number of followers, the number of posts and stories you have published, and also your average engagement rate. For more precision, the engagement rate is the ratio between the impressions of each post and the reactions that you gathered for each post. Reactions can be likes, they can be comments, and they can be shared of publications. So this is basically the kind of data we will ask to you. But we will, as said, provide more specific guidance by the end of the year. But if we can give you one last tip for now, it is please take some time to collect the data month after month. It will only take you maybe 15 to 30 minutes to do it every first of month, but it will help you to develop good monitoring habits. It will help you to fill a database and make the annual reporting much easier for you and for us. And also, and I repeat it, it is the most important. Like monitoring your communication, it's important for you and to see day to day the effectiveness of your communication, and to identify the best practices and which kind of contents really engage your audiences and highlight the quality of your project.
Do you have questions regarding this part?
I can't see any question.
Well, no questions.
We can continue.
Okay, go on. Now, let's talk about content recommendations and best practices. We would like you to consider for your project communication. So I think that we all are some travelers, and we know that if we want to communicate efficiently with people from other cultures, we must learn their language. Well, that's the same with the project. You don't want your readers to be like this, okay? So like this man, like a bit confused, not understanding, maybe like asking himself what is that, and I cannot properly understand. So to avoid that, you might use simple and clear language, and always adapt your language to your target audience. So those 4 words are technical, okay? So we got quadripolitics, stakeholder, output, work package. Those are technical and sometimes even internal, like work package, as I was saying previously. And for your readers, it may have no sense and appear like this. That might be a quadruple edit the first time I heard it, even if I'm walking into a European program. And a key stakeholders, I love this picture, this is really funny. So what is your job as a communicator? Your job is to translate the project technical or scientific words into simple words to attract your reader and make him understand what your project is doing, what your project is about. Because remember that the language used on the website, on a brochure, on a leaflet, or some PowerPoint presentation, depending, of course, what you are presenting your project and talking about your activities to, cannot be the same language as the one you are using between your partners and the lead partners, or even with the secretariat, and even with the European Commission, or at, let's say, a Brussels level. You have to adapt your text to your targets. To do so, some tips. Use short sentences. Remember to have, whenever it's possible, maximum to 15 to 25 words per sentence. Try to use the storytelling technique. It works all the time. So this is really simple. You are trying to tell the story of the project, of your project, so the context, what is the problem encountered generally, what could be a solution, and what your project is doing about that. Use everyday language. We are all humans. We don't have to think too much. Use active in your sentences and not passive. Most of all, avoid jargon, because when people understand you, they remember you. Avoid technical and scientific terms. So to speak to a broader audience, as I was saying, no acronyms. Almost I mean, if we are saying the EC for European Commission, this is quite known. But if you are explaining some internal acronyms, because this is a work package related, really specific to your environment, to your project, it might be not understood by people, and you will lose the attention of your audience. So be sure to spell out the terms to ensure clarity. So concretely, how to do it? Here are some examples. So on the website content, you could avoid activation and engagement of TWJs, comprising both the partnership and local tourism QHSHS, into a dialogue on the test on the STM. It's quite difficult for me to understand what this activity, what this text is about. You are not in a report to the JS or to a colleague. So instead, you could write bringing together local working groups, including project partners and tourism stakeholders, to discuss and test the sustainable tourism model. So this is a STM, but it can be everything, the acronym, even it depends also on the languages you are using, your background, your personal background, all these kind of things. So try to be as clear as possible. Another example, WP3 results indicate the need for enhanced stakeholder engagement. Here, why is it bad? Because the work package 3 is an internal term used in the process of your application and the reporting with joint secretariat, but it doesn't have any sense if you're posting to a wider audience on your social media accounts, or while you are presenting your project to people other than your project partners, so internally. So instead, you could write, our latest findings show that working closely with partners helps make projects more successful. This is everyday work. This is easier to understand. Regarding now communication materials, you can be as creative as you want, as long as you comply with the European visibility rules. So you can create infographics, newsletters, podcasts, comic books, videos, etc. You got plenty of freedom to do so, and it's very good for your project. Here are some ideas, material developed by other projects, so you can also get inspiration from other thematic projects. Be curious, go on their website, on their social media accounts. So this is a really nice map developed by one of your project. They are implementing some itinerary within the city at the hottest hours of the day. And you can see this is colored. This is, you can, I mean, it's not the usual administrative maps of European project, and that's really nice to watch at. Another, let's see if it's working. I wanted to show another material that are videos. I will try, and hopefully you will hear the sound. Okay, I'm blocked. Okay, no. I will, you will find the link, but just to, I wanted to show you a good example of video making, presenting your project, because you will have also to present your project in a video format. You will receive guidelines on that. So don't worry, I won't detail because it's a bit earlier. First, your website, social media accounts, etc. And then later in the next month, you will have to draft and develop a video presenting your project. But it will be in a second time. Then I was talking about podcast. So what is a podcast? This is a digital media consisting of audio episodes that relate to a specific theme. So this is very used nowadays. Even personally, I often listen to it. When you are coming back home in your car or etc. at home while cooking, it's easy to listen. And you can do it all the time. So we got some projects and also Interact that develops some stories about the project. So this is a good material and kind of innovative way to talk about your project. Regarding the visual contents, so first we're gonna talk about pictures and photographs. We prefer you to avoid using administrative pictures to promote the project because, I mean, we are doing a meeting right now and a screenshot of Teams, and what we are doing is not really explaining to your audience what is your project about. Your project is not about doing meetings. This is the methodology to reach your objectives, to develop your activity. This is internal. So instead, you can do this kind of picture. You can see the logo of Europe, the topic. You can easily identify what is the project about. You can hire a professional photograph. Don't hesitate. This is a really good money used for, and you will use this picture all your project's lifetime. When possible and where possible, you can put human at the center of your project because it allows people to connect. You can see here, these men are working hardly, and this is called for empathy and emotions to your reader. Some recommendation for the pictures. So picture that tell a story just like the one we previously saw. You can be creative. It has to be of good quality because you have to think of also maybe printing materials. And you will need for that good quality photo and not one necessarily took by your smartphone. It has to be true and authentic. So avoid, whenever it's possible. I know this is, especially at the beginning of your project, difficult to avoid using some bank images. Remember that you have to put on the media kit on your project on your website at almost one good quality picture that represents the project concept. So no picture of the partners, no pictures of meeting or you meeting with a roll-up banner. This is not what is a project about. And don't use administrative, I just stated. And remember that as a program, we will need to get all the pictures produced in high definition plus the credit because we will use it also for the whole duration of the program. Regarding the videos, so that's the same with providing the program with all the videos produced in high definition plus the credits. So when I'm saying that, it's more or less the files. Remember to be short because people attention is limited. And now it's really difficult to get the attention in our world with all these videos and pictures we can see on social media. And people, they will really skip or stay within the 5 first seconds of the video. So just pay attention to that. If you are going to produce longer videos, explanatory ones, of course, this is okay. You will put it on the YouTube or video platform. You can choose the one you want. Regarding the audio, just be careful regarding the audio because usually the audience will forgive you for an image that is a bit moving, a bit close, but not for a bad audio. If you don't hear really well what the video is saying, this is not okay. We don't like it, so we just turn off the video and skip it. Always use a storytelling technique. We will communicate more about that. Adapt the video to the channel, so embed it on YouTube and social media. It won't be the same format. You can hire, we highly encourage you as well to hire a professional to register your videos and edit them. You got the budget for that. You can do as you want with your budget. Use a good video graphic design to increase the impact. Remember to put English subtitles because now all the videos got subtitles. And of course, you can do videos in the local language, so you can reach more local people. But remember to put English subtitles because we can use it in another context. Regarding infographics are great actually to explain your project or the context or the problem your project will solve. So this is an example. You can see what happened to the collected textile waste in the EU. So we got a picture of textile, of clothes. So you quickly understand what is the topic of the project. And another example here, you can cut the topic of the infographic as well. Regarding the tools you can use, so free tools you got for visual creation. Canva is great. We actually use it in the JS. And that's good. You got Adobe Express, it's easy to use. You got templates, PictoChart. Regarding picture database, while you don't have any photograph yet, you can use Unsplash, Spexels, Pixabase. For emojis database for your social media post, you can use this website. You got a whole page, really detailed whole page with all the emojis. And the same for font in bold and italic for your social media account and post. Now, regarding social media, so here are some tips for engaging content. So know your audience. Content might be different for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or other, and you can use or X. You can be more fun in my way on Facebook, while on LinkedIn is more career oriented and more professional. Of course, map and tag the relevant accounts. Don't forget to tag us on your post, the mission one, and eventually also the partners' accounts. Visual is crucial. We are humans, remember that, and it's easier and more attractive to see a visual than that long text. Remember that usually you prefer to maybe to read a comic book than a big dictionary book. So this is very humans are visual. Be short. Tendencies are always more shorter, so be straight to the point. Try to be call to action, so encourage interactions. You can create quiz. You can invite users to share their thoughts in the comments, so to motivate also the algorithm. You can make some quiz, just like the Natural Heritage Mission is doing. You have to follow algorithm, so once a week minimum would be great. And of course, use hashtags, use the official ones. So hashtag Interreg Euromed, plus one of maybe, I don't know, innovation of what your project is dealing with. And you can, of course, create your own hashtag if you think it's relevant for your project. And that's good for us. Some example on the social media to don't do. So don't put too much text on your post. Don't put some screenshot of meetings first. Also because not all the picture of the people shown on these screenshots might be okay being posted on social media, and it's not really let's say appealing for the content of your project. And don't put neither unreadable graphic. The program is in PDF version, but this is a screenshot, and this is you cannot read the post. So instead, you can share stories of your project and final beneficiaries, citizens, still avoiding some technical expert languages. So that's nice. Remember to use smart format, short videos, smart contents, always to be catchy on social media, to get the attention. So the less you have, and using also emojis is great. Engage, because social media are made to share and engage people. So use quiz, use contest, use call to action. Those are always good practices. Regarding the news you will put on your website, just be informed. We can, as a program and the mission you are belonging to as well on the website, they can repost it. So when we think this is an interesting news in terms of, let's say, this is understandable, this is clear, this is of general interest, we can repost it. So it will give more visibility to your project, and also the possibility to be included in our newsletter. So we have 3 newsletters per year. So we are often looking what our projects are posting, are doing, and to give more visibility to your project and our program results. So now let's get to the calendar and some ideas.
So for content recommendations, here are a few tips that can look obvious for you if you are acquainted with communication, with professional communication. But I would say that the most important is to do simple things, but to do it well and the more and with more creativity that you can. So, for example, for planning communication, you do not need two specific or time-consuming planning tools. Sometimes an Excel document is more than enough to plan your communication. And when we say planning, we mean the content of your website, which are news, also your social media posts, and also divided with a kind of post. Would it be a post with a picture, a post with a video, a post with an infographic or a data? Also to plan your newsletter content and distribution and your events. So with a simple Excel file, you will have at a glance the most relevant and important aspects of your communication and to help you to plan it and to monitor it. Another question that comes frequently from the project is, what do I talk about when my project has just started? Of course, it might seem easier to communicate when you will have the results of your projects. But please, it is important that you create your audience and you engage your audience before and right from the beginning of your project. So our recommendation is to publish one news item a month on your website and one social media post per week. To do that, it's also important to say, please open your social media accounts if you are only sure that you will be able, that you will have the capacity of updating it frequently, and sometimes maybe be present on only one or two social media and not three or four. Can be more effective because those accounts will be updated frequently. A good practice to keep this rhythm of publication is to reuse your contents in several channels. For example, with one news item, for example, a news item regarding the context of sustainable tourism in Catalonia region, you can produce several contents from this news. For example, you can extract a key figure that you will publish on your social media. You can also post a picture that will be taken that has been taken for the news on your social media, or also use a quote. For example, if you have interviewed an expert or a partner. So you can reuse your contents. With one content, you can produce 3, 4, or 5, as long as you adapt it to the audiences. Of course, you will not write or speak on the same way on news on website than on social media, for example, especially Instagram or Facebook, and also the format of the channel. So here are some simple ideas. Of course, you do not have to follow strictly those ideas. These are just suggestions that you can use. If you want to start communicating your project, the first thing you can talk about is the local context of each partner city of region regarding the objective and the main purpose of your project. So for each for each partner location, you can write an article about the specific challenges. You can also decline this article in key figures, as I just mentioned before. Or also you can think about did you know a format, like for example, did you know that in Liguria region we have 75% of green of natural of protected green areas, for example, and this also can can be useful for your social media and also for your audiences to really understand what is the context and the opportunity of the project and the opportunity of the project. Another kind of communication you can think about are interviews. You can have an interview with a lead partner. You can have you can also think about a cross interview of several partners or also local experts. This can be used for the news section of your website, also for social media when it is divided in quotes, but also in brochures and in podcasts if you have a good quality of recording. You can also think about content type idea of the project. You can create on Canva or Pictochart a timeline of your project that can be displayed on your website or social media. You can also have content about your ambitions for the first year, a geographical map of the cities, regions where the project takes place, or also design a simple ID card with the objectives of the project, which groups or which benefits are you targeting, the durations, the partners, etc. And also a last suggestion, but of course I repeat, it's not limitative. These are just ideas to start. It's when you will implement field visits among your partners. But please make sure to take nice photographs, also explanations of the why and the what and the when and the where of the visit. And also it will be a nice opportunity to focus on the practical issues and challenges identified, because as said Celine, as one of the most important guidance we can give you is not to focus on the technical or institutional aspects, but more on the challenges, the context, and the precise answers your project is going to bring to address the issue. And to give you more professional guidance, we hired a really renowned trainer called Charlie Jourdan, which is really experienced. He has more than 10 years doing trainings on EU projects. He has trained more than 6,000 professionals and is working on a regular basis with EU programs, also with Interact. So we strongly advise you to register for its training. So we will have two sessions of this training. The first session will take place this year in the month of May and June, and the other session will take place in 2026. So if your project already appointed a communication officer, please tell this communication officer to attend the 2025 session of this training, which consists in 5 modules. If your project has not appointed a communications officer yet, it's not a problem, because we will have another session in 2026 at the beginning of the year. So this training consists in 5 modules. The first 2 are about storytelling. So it will help you to define your storytelling, your project storytelling, and also to explore all the stories, how can you think about new ways to disseminate this story. And the 3 last modules are more focused on communication strategy, how you reach your target audiences, how do you specifically build the most effective communication tools, either in editorial for social media, but also for a video case study. So it's really fun. We strongly advise you to assist to those trainings because they are high quality material. And so if you have if project has a communication officer appointed, please make sure that he can attend. He or she can attend.
Okay, we got a question from Anna. So, what about using AI for photos, pictures? That's okay in the meantime. Just be careful with the results of AI because sometimes it can be really strange. It depends also if you're an expert on it. Personally, I am not with the photos and pictures. Try to avoid maybe having, let's say, non-European landscapes. Like I already found in the videos or pictures some Thailand visuals or let's say African ones. So let's just stick to our Mediterranean area. But also for let's say environment concerns regarding NA, try to use it as necessary, but not so much. So we are good with our environment consciousness.
Yeah, it's just if your project is doing something concrete and on the ground, it's better to take pictures directly from your project. I mean, it would be more representative if you can hire a photographer or take the photo yourself. But I think it could be more authentic, some way to take visuals from directly from your project.
Maybe if I have something, another issue with AI it would be its difficulty to keep the same style for different pictures because as your prompts will differ, you may have different kinds of pictures for each request, and it would not be optimal for the consistency of your project communication.
Okay, we got a question from Sebastian. Do you have specific consent and copyright rules we just take into consideration, for example, when if producing content that includes character-driven stories of people supported through this project? Also to make sure we are totally transparent with them on how their story image can and or will be used. We don't have specific rules, but we got some templates we can share with you. Because usually you have to make the people you sign and agree with what you're doing to do with this picture. So the example, if I'm taking you in picture tomorrow at a meeting, and that's on this form, this is written that I will use this picture for the event and for promoting the event on my website. If tomorrow I use your picture to be published in the whole Marseille town, this is not okay because I didn't inform you of that. So you have to stick into to the what the people signed for and agreed for. So this is really important.
Then yes, it would be shared also on the program channels.
Yeah, we will share it. We will put an example on our website. That question,
Laura, I can read it. So, would it be possible to receive the guidance and the communication activities evaluation form in the coming weeks so that we can take them into account when defining our evaluation criteria in the communication strategy? We currently can share the old version of the form. Our aim we want to simplify a little bit. So also to help you, and we plan to draft the guidelines this summer. So we can share with you the old version of the form that would be more or less the same. And if you have the guidelines is to help you. So if you have a question on this form, you can feel free to contact us, and we will try to answer. I'm not sure we're able to share these guidelines before this summer. Thank you.
There's another question. Are there visual templates we need to use for social media posts? We did not prepare some templates for social media posts for projects. You are free to create one. The only obligation is to get the project logo on it, but we don't we don't provide this template. Sorry, the project logo on your account, not on each single visual you are posting. Any other questions so far? I think we're good.
Let's see the last part, the next steps. Okay, about the next steps. These are the deadlines you have to respect. We ask you to respect. We shared the credential for the login for the website login last week. So hopefully each lead partner receive it. If it's not the case, contact us. The deadline to submit the website to the JS is the end of June. And then we will check each website and we will put it online if comply with the checklist requirements. The strategy, the communication strategy deadline is the end of September. And we will give you a feedback, but it's important to us to receive it and have and check if everything you have the communication objective clear in mind. Then about the reporting, we will try to share with you the information by the end of the year. And so you have the time to fill the form, and we will send you guidelines and form, and we will wait for your reply by the end of February. And then we will communicate with you the new edition, the second edition of the storytelling training. That would be the beginning of 2026. Here, the only deadline is missing is the video presentation, because we didn't define it yet. But you can start thinking about it, and we will soon share with you guidelines and deadline. And of course, we remain available for any information, clarification, doubts, and questions. I'm not sure we put a contact. No. We are the communication team is available by emails, by Basecamp. So feel free to join the communication network group on Basecamp as well. To write us on Basecamp by email. You can find our contact on the website as well. There is a section who we are with the JS, all the JS contacts. And so we are here to support you, so do not hesitate to reach out for any needs. And we have a final question, I think, about Marta. Do we have to include the disclaimer on all social media posts? I'm not sure I understand which disclaimer. I don't know, Marta, if you can clarify.
Marta, you could open your microphone. Yes.
Okay, yes, I would
Thank
like
you.
to know, because in some other programs, when you publish something like an image or something like that, you put the European a logo and a disclaimer like this project has been funded by the European Commission and something like that in all the images. And I would like to know if in this program is the same or you can publish, for example, for social media, the image with only with the logo of the program.
Okay, so since you have the social media account customized with the project logo, for us it's enough. You don't have to put the project logo on each image because well, the logo is already on the post as a profile picture. And for some programs, you have also to add that this content is produced in the framework of yes, there is a disclaimer, but we do not have this obligation. For social media, no, you don't have it. It's important that there is the project logo on official materials, communication materials, namely external communication, but not for social media post. It's okay. Thank you for clarification. I think we're good with questions. Anyway, we will send you a follow-up email with the registration, the recording, sorry, of this meeting, the slides, the presentation, and the evaluation survey as well. And we remain available to support you and your project communication. So thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Have a nice
much.
day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.